What the fuck is popping pumpkins? It is mother. It is also 3:53 in the AM. I can't sleep, which is why I look like I do right now. I know y'all are like, what is she's got shades on and her bathrobe? Yes, I do. I'm in my own house. Fuck you. I don't really go out. I don't have much of a life. So when I want to sit in the house and feel as fabulous as possible, because I'm not surrounded by other people who will make me feel such, I will. That's not the point. Okay. So ask and you shall receive. And like, what's funny is that like I ask these things and then, people answer. And then I'm like, wow, like I'm honored. So once again, one of the pumpkins, and this pumpkin asked for some of my advice. I couldn't believe this. I could not believe this. Because one, the pumpkin that asked me, we been cool on YouTube for a minute, and she's never come at me like this. So when she came at me, I was kind of like, oh shit. So with her permission, I'm going through this, responding to her request for advice in this video. In the thing, I'm going to be paraphrasing and making some stuff up, so I don't want y'all looking for me, and I don't want the baby to be like on blast. She said, I've been in a relationship for over 12 years, and my partner and I haven't had sex for at least 3. We not only have we not had sex, but there was no kissing or touching of any kind. We get along great and really don't have any arguments. But that's part of the problem. We just don't talk about anything of substance at all. My friends think we have the perfect relationship, but that's not the case. The dilemma. So I just throw away 12, whatever I lied. During 12 years I've invested into the relationship. I'm scared that I'll regret once I'm gone. I haven't cheated yet, but I found myself dreaming of other people and feeling like I deserve more than what I'm getting now. I've talked to my partner about the problem, but nothing changes. What is one to do in this situation? It's very easy for someone like myself on the outside looking in to be like, girl, that's obvious, bitch, move on. Get to stepping. I also know what it's like, though, to look at a situation and go, am I really going to just throw away 10 years or 15 years or 6 years or 2 years of a relationship? All the time that I've invested. That time, if you really think you have to let go of the relationship, because I can't tell you to do that, and I wouldn't tell you to do that, but if you think you have to let go of the relationship, let the time that you've put into it be able to assure you maybe a friendship out of it. Maybe you're not meant to be romantically involved with this person for the rest of your life. Maybe you were supposed to enjoy those 8 years of intimacy and then let the next 3 years go, where it became quite platonic, to be friendship. Maybe you were supposed to be friends. And it's not a regret. It's not a waste of time if you let this go. One, you learned something. You learned about being in a relationship. You learned about who you are in a relationship, what you can bring to the relationship, what things you might need to change if you're going to, be an adult woman in a relationship of any sort, lesbian or straight. If you spend this time in a relationship, you need to be learning from it, whether it's a relationship that was written by Satan or one that was blessed to you by God himself. One of the two, you need to be sure that you're in a relationship that you are learning from. Now, if you find yourself in repeated relationships with the same bullshit keeps happening over and over again, bitch, you just hard head, and there's no fixing that, and you just gonna stay in these work relationships and keep asking yourself, I don't understand what the problem is, because these people, these dudes and these chicks, they just think, bitch, it's not them, it's you. When everybody else keeps looking the same and doing the same stupid shit, it's usually you. It's only the same because you haven't changed. If you don't change, you don't grow. Now, the fact is that this relationship has changed. Now, you both might be growing and just growing apart from each other. You might be growing apart from this institution of a monogamous relationship. There's nothing wrong with that. But the fact is that you have to be able to come to each other and go, we've outgrown this. We can't get any better. You've talked about it and nothing has gotten any better. I'm going to cheat on you. Did you tell her that? I bet you that'll make a difference. And it might only make a difference for like a week or a month. You start getting it on a regular for like a month, and then after that it's like, that's a wrap. But what I'm saying is you really got to put it out there. To say you talked about it, you turn to her and go, I'm going to cheat on you. I've been dreaming about the bitch down the street. She's hot. The mail lady's gonna get it if you don't start putting in some work. That'll make a difference. I bet you it will. I'm sure it will. Mind you, I'm not imploring for you to do something that's going to upset your household. I would not want you to do that. I don't want somebody doing it to me. One, if you can't come to the other person you're in a relationship with and tell them what your earnest feelings are, you're always going to have a problem evoking necessary change in your relationship. Now, I do not mean start hollering and cursing at a person in the midst. I need to tell you what I'm feeling, because if I don't get to tell you what I'm feeling, you're not going to hear me, bitch, and we're not going to change. No, you're going to fuck around and get punched up in your mouth behind some shit like that. What I mean is being able to come to somebody at a even a non-threatening time, maybe 2 days later, and go, can I talk to you about do, and for the two of you to be able at a totally uncalled for moment to relate on an issue. Me and Kiana do, or we attempt to do, sometimes it doesn't get done, but we try to do, it's called Sunday Review, which is where every Sunday we sit down and we review maybe the week or whatever time has passed, to review our emotions and our feelings. Because on Sunday, usually, early in the day, we've had a good restful day. We haven't done anything all day, or we're just lounging, and we had a fun day, and we're relaxed. And at that point, we can talk about things that have upset us during the week without actually being upset. So all the extra emotional bullshit that might get dragged into it and make the ideal of relating our topic to each other difficult isn't there. So maybe you need to pick a very abstract time when you're not emotional and when you just happen to be watching a movie or something. You go, I really want to talk to you about something. Can we talk about something? Because no one's upset right now. We're just lulling, and eventually somebody on the other end is gonna go, you know what? And we was having a wonderful time, and this bitch gonna bring this up. But it needed to be brought up. And the fact is that no one was upset. So when you bring it to the table, you're like, look, I just want to have this conversation with you without it being any animosity involved. And maybe then you can say, this is what it is. You're in a relationship where things aren't all Disney. And you got to put that into perspective. I don't want you to throw away over a decade of love. So don't. Maintain it as in a way where you can still be in a caring relationship with the same person, whether it's platonic or not. But to front like everything is gravy when it ain't, it's some bullshit. And if you gonna do that, you gonna be dragging along a whole lot of other people with you, because your friends and shit gonna be like, what happened? It just went crazy. Bitch, please cut the strings. I'd say let it go. I dare 2.5 years to go by without me getting none. Shit. And I'm starting my own porn site. Get the fuck out of here. Y'all ain't hear that though. Bye, pumpkins.